have it, you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, hop on it, hop on it. Rep for your bro. When your post, your pop in your projects. Pain driven, itchy, drumming. Look how far we coming. Heartbeat in the streets. You can do it. Ain't built for the weak.
Oh, shit.
Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods. Damn it out the clay. Do what you could. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My druidic code is chill. Stories treacherous. I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah.
All right. Oh, fuck.
The coach take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the New York Jets.
That was a perfect
This
kick.
one fielded at the 5.
What the fuck is the wind at?
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Crowder now to return. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Oh, good catch.
Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
On first down, Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
To throw again on second down, Mahomes.
Oh, my God. Come on. Intercept that ball.
It brings up third.
Fuck out of here.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. On third down, a run by Mack. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
First down, Kansas City.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Right there. 54. Hey, 57, colors. Check. Hey, 57.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 17th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Apparently, I need to get more stone because I suck.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, getting the whole whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
From the 29, Darnold. And this is incomplete.
Oh, my God. How did I hit the wrong button?
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches have told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. And 80. 44, Mike, 44. Coming. 44 is the Mike, 44 is Mike. Check. You must be getting tired.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he's got a moonwalk. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line. What's up? Mike, Jim. And 80. What's up?
This is Bell.
Oh, my God. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Getting this quickly to Berrios. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches.
36. Watch it.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Darnold is brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big game there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Go.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Darnold, he lost the football. And the ball is knocked out. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Bravo.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, and it's 3rd down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
God, I'm making bad passes.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8.
Perfect.
Darnold now to throw. On the screen, this is Cannon. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller, since the screen pass was available, whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down.
That's a good lineman or some shit.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. That's going to be caught. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
That's such bullshit.
Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Now Darnold. And now this is
come on, man.
My goodness.
This game's fucking bullshit.
Well, that's a drive killer
Throw it
right
off
there.
by
Not a
fucking
really
10
confident
feet.
throw either.
That's
this one was kind of up
stupid.
for grabs, and it's going to come down in the hands of the wrong
fucking
team.
Stupid.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last.
But he's free going down the left side.
And my computer's fucked up again.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
What the fuck is wrong with this game?
Here's Mack on the toss. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Yellow. Go on, Eddie. Check. Yellow.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes completes it to Hardman. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. He went over 100 yards in the wild card.
Close your eyes,
He's
throw
over
that
100
pass.
here as well. And a 1st down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Here's Mahomes to throw.
Yeah, that
heavy
fucking
traffic,
ball.
and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. He's got daylight past the 20. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now Bell. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
I know you feel that.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal.
44, Mike, 44. Red 80. Watch the run. Red 80. Switch.
Darnold from the gun. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 30.
That's crazy.
The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7.
Oh, crazy shit.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down now, it's Mack.
Fucking holding. Jesus Christ.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Yellow. Line. 54. Hey, come on up.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Yellow.
Crunch.
Now here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
Oh my God, I tried to fucking run away from it. The computer brought me back to it.
8 yards officially. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
Fuck, it's so annoying. The computer just controls
the New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late 2nd quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security #1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You got to try and get a 1st down and run out this first half.
Hey, wahoo! 94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. All right. Man, Eddie, let's go. Hey, let's get there. He's checking.
From his own goal line, Darnold escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Darnold's got it, complete. And they work this out past the 25. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
44's mine. Check. Nice, sweetheart. Man, Eddie. Fofo to Mike. Mike's Fofo. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic.
On first down, Darnold. And my goodness, another interception.
Right. He just steps in front of him, pushes him out of the way. That's stupid.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry?
Oh, my God.
Clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one.
Looks like Madden already picked who he wants to win.
To start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
At least
and they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a first down.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sacked there by Avery Williamson, the linebacker.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Go!
Delta. Quarterback D-line. Get that quarterback D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill.
Oh,
his
give
3rd
that to
touchdown
him.
of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31.
It had to be that controller.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
Can't
I
spin,
think that now
fucking...
it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm.
Guys tackled it.
They need any spark at this point. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Hey, tight. The lady.
Bobo's the mic.
The lady.
Bobo.
All day, baby, all day.
Shift. Watch the shift.
Motion.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Frank Clark able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. A check of the scoreboard there in the 3rd in Baltimore. The Vikings opening their lead up to 2 touchdowns now. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The road to be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
Line
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, let's get this.
Now Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Yellow. All right, Eddie.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy. You got
15. Attack.
Kill.
Hey, 57.
Watch the
Let's get it. Let's go.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Yellow. 180.
Check. Watch 54. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine.
From the 44, Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Yeah, if I had Hill,
9
I'd throw
yards to
down
pick
really
up
fucking
there, and it's a
time, too.
first down. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape.
The worst
and
group
really
of cornerbacks
enjoy
in
what
the
I'm seeing.
league
The route
versus
running, competing for the football,
fucking
just
easiest
breaking down
receiver
a
to
defense.
use. Ugh. This game's taking fucking ever.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Okay.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Mahomes now to throw into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
Check 31. Check 31.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
Jesus Christ, pick a fucking play.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to look deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
That's insane.
Sammy Watkins, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
So bad.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Jets take over.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
What the fuck is going on? The game broken?
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
At the 28-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I'm coming. Red 80. I'm coming. Motion, motion, motion. 44 is the mic. 44 is mic. Check, check. Yo, 80. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No. Here we go.
Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. Darnold now just 6 of 16 through the air, but he does have a 1st and 10 here. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move
the ball.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
4-3
the sack comes from Anthony Hitchens.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Back to throw, Darnold. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 44. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Let's go.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
At the 45-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS.
They'll go again here with Mack. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team.
No, I threw it to the wrong fucking dude.
Another interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Yellow! Go out, 80! 54, Mike. I'm coming for you, son! I'm coming for you, son!
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They keep it on the ground. Mack again. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a 3rd and about 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Mack. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Oh, God, I got my
This was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Kansas City, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Alright, where's this other dude at? I gotta play the game I care about.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, daylight lights, camera action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life.
Fuck, I